My dear loves, this was so urgent on my heart that I had to immediately start recording something after I applied my potions, of course. I have had to be really intentional and purposeful about what I consume, the content that I consume lately, because what I've noticed, especially a lot lately in the last, I want to say weeks, maybe months, I'm so easily drawn into the right fighting, the debate, the back and forth, the side that you agree with. And this is for everyone. It doesn't matter what side you identify with. It doesn't matter what your beliefs are. The most important thing for us as human beings, for our time on this planet, is that we are healthy and well. And a big, huge, maybe the most important part of being physically healthy is being mentally, emotionally, spiritually healthy. And that is very hard to do in the current climate. Even if you are all about alternative media, gosh, guys, both sides right now are just on fire. They're so, I want to say vicious, but that's not really the right word. They're viral. Like they're just off the charts. The energy there is, it's harsh. It's harsh. And I'm tired of listening to the side I don't agree with, but also listening to the side I do agree with gets me riled up, right? It stirs up these strong emotions, and this is what I want to bring attention to, because even when you're listening to the stuff that you agree with, it's creating stress in you right now. I know that it is, because it's creating stress in me. It's impossible for it not to, because it doesn't matter what side you're on, you feel like either you're not doing enough, or you need to do more, or your side's not losing, or you hate the other side and you want them to shut up. You think they should all be silenced. There's a lot of negative emotion that's coming along with that. And what I've personally been trying to do, which has been really helpful, is unplug from both sides. And I want to be really clear that unplugging is not the same as giving up. There's a beautiful quote that I love from Abraham, and she says that one person connected to Source is more powerful than millions who are not. And this has been resonating so deeply with me lately, because even if you're only listening to the side that you agree with, which I hope that you're not, I hope that if you are trying to maintain some semblance of grounding and rationality and perspective and logic, that you are listening to both sides still, because there is information worth having on both sides. But regardless, when you are fully engaged with the rhetoric and the narratives and the dialogue and the propaganda on both sides, you are not connected to Source. Because your inner being, your inner light, doesn't care about either side. All it cares about is your wellness, your well-being, your peace, the love in your heart. That's all that it cares about. And you are the most powerful being that you could ever be when that is where you are anchored. When all of those sides float away. When there is no perception of that. And the other thing that I have found myself saying to my friends and to people who are on the same side, is you need to be really careful with your beliefs right now. Because when you are believing that something bad is coming, and you are believing that the worst is yet to come, then you are contributing your energy to that reality. Even if you're doing everything in your power to fight against that from happening, you're still lending your energy to that happening. Do you see what I'm saying? It's subtle, but it's there. If you in your heart believe that this reality is coming, it's here, we have to fight it, you are giving your energy to that outcome that you don't want. The only way to support the alternative outcome that you do want is to find that inner place of stillness and quiet within you, and to live there, and to believe in your heart that that is the outcome, that peace and love and harmony is the outcome. Because, my friends, if you don't believe that that is the reality that is coming forward to us, then it's not. Right? You have to believe it to see it. You have to believe it to see it. So can you do that? Can you use the tools at your disposal, all that you know about how to be happy and healthy and well? Can you use those tools at this time to come to a place of stillness and love and peace? You have all of the tools. They're all available to you. That is the only way to bring about the change that you want to see. It's not by fighting. It's not by screaming from the rooftops. It's not by virtue signaling. It's not by engaging in debate or arguing with anybody else. And I know, coming from me, this probably seems interesting. That has certainly not been my modus operandi, my MO in the past. But I'm really firmly rooted in that now, because it is the only thing that keeps me happy and light and feeling good. When I take my dogs for a walk every single day, outdoors, rain or shine, that's what I focus on. That's the space that I come back to. That's my center. That's my grounding. Because I want to live in a reality where everything is fine. I will create that reality for myself. And I want to invite you, you very, very powerful being, I want to invite you to live in that place with me. A couple of things that have really been helpful to me in the word reinforcing is there, but that's not really the word that I want. In maintaining, supporting, solidifying, connecting with this has been first and foremost my visual and audio diet. What do I see? What do I let myself listen to? What conversations do I allow myself to engage in? Guard that. That is first and foremost. Your thoughts become your reality. They become you. So be very careful with where your thoughts go. Let them go to happy places. Let them seek out the things that you love, that nourish you, that satisfy you. Let go of that which doesn't. Guys, we are a year and more into this same topic of conversation. We are all fatigued. We are all fatigued. And I think that things are getting better. I have felt a shift. We're coming out the other side of this. There is light at the end of the tunnel. We're coming out of this, okay? But now is the time more than ever that we want to remember who we are and how to connect to our inner peace, right? Visual mental diet, visual audio diet. Disconnect from media, all media. I don't care if it's alternative, I don't care if it's mainstream. Disconnect from all of it. Listen to your own inner media. That's the only guidance and information that you need. And I promise you, you will never miss anything that you need to know. I'm calling it the trickle-down effect. Trust me, you will get the information that is just announced, just came out today, You'll get it. You're not going to be impervious to it. It's still going to reach you. But you're going to be carefully controlling that diet. And like I said, one of the first things I said is that it doesn't matter if you're only listening to the side you agree with, which I hope that you're not. You are still becoming stressed by that. Stress is one of the chronic stress especially, is one of the single most detrimental things for our immune system. So you want to stay happy and healthy, you need to get that stress under control. You cannot allow yourself to continually be stressed on a regular basis. You have to find a way to let it go and manage it in a healthy way, not in a stuff it down and ignore it kind of way, in a let it flow, let it go, be free kind of way. Number 2, physical wellness. You got to move. You got to get outside. I don't care if you're by yourself in the middle of a forest, you need to get outside. You need to be in nature or moving in a way outdoors. You need to get out of your house. It is not healthy to be locked up in your house 24/7 for any length of time. Okay, you got to move. Go do some yoga in your backyard. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's saying you have to go anywhere if you are not comfortable with that. Go do some stretching in your back. Go just sit in your backyard and listen to the birds. Go sit in the front yard and just watch life happen. Whatever. Get outside, move your body. Also vital, crucial, essential to your immune system. Did you know that there are studies that showed that when people spent a weekend, just 3 days in nature, coming from a city like New York that was mostly cement, their natural killer cells went up. Their immune system, their primary immune system workers, they went up by over 30%, and that effect stayed with them for months after they came back. Okay, so being outside, being in nature is 100% healthy and supportive for your immune system. Proven by science. Also, sunlight, vitamin D, crucial. I don't want to go COVID on you, but a very high percentage of the hospitalizations had clinically low vitamin D. So you need your vitamin D. Get outside. That is the best source of it. Your spiritual, mental, emotional health. Okay, this is partly attached to number 1, but that is more about your media diet, your hobbies, your interests, right? Get connected to the things that you love and enjoy them. And I promise you that they will have more excitement and joy when you have turned off the media, whatever media you're listening to. They'll have more enjoyment. You'll connect with yourself more. You find new interests and hobbies, that thing that you've been meaning to try for a while, the reno that you've been meaning, the shelf that you wanted to build, whatever it is, your hobbies and your interests, get back to them. And that will be easier when 1 and 2 you're looking at. Your connection with others. Digitally connect with your friends. See your friends if that is where you're at. Connect with people. I have felt it and seen it. The weight of this past year is manifesting in people drawing back, coming away from each other, giving in to the solitude, giving into the isolation. And we need more than ever to stay connected. And again, that too is much easier when you are doing 1, 2, and 3, when you are monitoring your diet, when you are carefully controlling your diet, when you are unplugged from all media, when you are going outside, when you are exercising, when you are practicing your hobby, it's so much easier to stay connected to people. And finally, stay away from stuff that is harmful to your bod. Mostly sugar, refined sugar. Man, oh man, if you're not someone that watches their diet, refined sugar, baby. Alcohol, refined grains, highly refined grains, the worst, like white pasta, white bread, especially if you're not doing 1, 2, 3, 4. They're gonna be really hard on your body, and you've probably put on lots of weight, some weight, a little weight, whatever, during this past very difficult year, because of course stress too helps us put on weight. Not only does it tax our immune system, but it helps us put on weight. And all of those things, sugar, alcohol, and refined grains, none of those things support our immune system. All of those things are detrimental to our immune system. So those are just my tips. That's what's been on my table. That's what's been in my awareness, existence. I mean, I've always been a health nut, right? I've always cared about diet, nutrition, and wellness, but if those tips can help you, they have really, really, really helped me. If there's anything that you're doing that's worked really well for you, let me know. Yeah, my friends, take care of you. Take care of you, be well, believe in the good. Believe in the good, okay? It's a good place. There's so much good and beauty and love. You gotta see it. You gotta believe it to see it.